What's up, guys? Simply Coco here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another installment of the 31 Days of Halloween series here on my channel. It's a series where every day of the month of October I will be releasing a video that has something to do with fall or Halloween or the month of October. So yeah, today, as you can tell from the title, we are continuing my latest Let's Build, which is Let's Build a Graveyard. So yeah, we're just gonna hop right into game immediately. I don't have any announcements, and let's just get into part 2. Okay guys, here we are back in Forgotten Hollow. I'm really still wanting to keep it dark. I don't know how to, like, I can just keep it dark, but I don't know, because if you I'm trying to think. We all know I like to build realistically, so I'm trying to think realistically what kind of lighting would be on the outside of a graveyard, because I don't want to put any on the inside, because I feel like there wouldn't be any on the inside. I mean, maybe. Where are there any like normal like street lights? Oh, what's this? I've never. Oh, that's just a post for like this. No. Cause I feel like graveyards don't really be having no lights, y'all. Maybe something like this, and we can just put them around very sparsely. Just so it's not pitch black. I'll leave them for, I don't know. Let me continue to look and see what other lights we have. Because I want you to be able, these would be perfect, actually. Oh, we might have to go with Journey to Bat 2. Because these right here would actually do well. Like, if we have to have some in here, I like how these look. Do I? If we have to have some in here, could I like intersect it with this post and like, let me see how that looks. Put one there, intersect this one with this post, and then delete the ones that I put down already. Oh, not the tree. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It gives you a little bit of light. Okay, let's delete them and see how much light goes away. Okay, really no difference. It's really no difference. But I feel like at least the entrance would have a light. Ooh. I wish they came in a black. I'll go with gray, but I think these are it. I think these are it. I don't know if I'm gonna intersect it with the post anymore, because it don't look right. But I think I might do what I said and just kind of place them randomly around. Like so. Even just the maybe 4. I would honestly be okay with the 3. I would honestly be okay with the I just want to do 3, but I'm going to move this one down some. Yes. And then for her, we could have like she can have her own little like moment. Does this come in a black? Yeah, she can have her own like moment Can I size this down? Where can I put this and it still shines on her? There we go. There we go. She can have her own little moment. We can even put the plaque. I'm not sure where that is though. Can I search plaque? I'm gonna have to ask Siri. How do you spell plaque? I was close. I don't even know what I did. I think I put a G instead of a of a Q. Yes, this plaque. Maybe if you're watching this, I want you to give me a storyline for who she is. Who is she and why does she have her own statue in this cemetery? So that's your job. Okay, I am going to go to daylight just so I can continue with landscaping. I don't mind this that I've used, but I just want to kind of see what it looks like if I use... Ooh, maybe this one instead. Maybe? I don't like the color of that. No. But maybe this is what I want to see, if the brown one would look better. Because I think it will. Because what I plan on doing is everywhere that's not the pathway. Uh-oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Everything that's not the pathway, it's going to be pretty much dirt. Because I feel like in cemeteries, there's not this like green, just perfectly green grass growing everywhere, So wherever there's not the pathway, I think I want to do just straight up dirt. But yeah, I think I do want to use the brown rock. Because if I make everything else dirt... Sorry if you can hear the dogs. Maybe the path is supposed to continue, but trees have grown there over time. And then I'll move this over. Yeah. But I think the dirt path or the dirt rocky path would look better, because if the rest of the lot, like if everywhere else is going to be just straight up dirt, then it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for there to be this perfect stone path everywhere else. Does that make sense? I'm trying to see where to connect these. Come on over, baby. I'm surprised I'm singing, because the night I'm recording this, I played Fall Guys on stream, and I kept losing, and it pissed me off. And then I was like, okay, screw it, I'm going to play Sims. And so I started a shell challenge, not my own, but someone else's, and I hated what I was building. So then I just cut stream completely short and was like, sorry y'all, I'm done for tonight. And I say y'all, but there was only one person watching, so that kind of made me upset too. So I was just having a rough night. So I'm surprised I'm over here singing. But I'm generally a happy person, so you can't keep me down too long. It's like I was telling Stream the other day. I got turned down for a editing position at a magazine, and that's like what I got a degree in. So that's what I want to do. But they had me take an assessment, and in this assessment there were like math questions. There was like straight up math questions and English questions and all of this. And then the guy emailed me back and was like, you didn't have the desired results we were looking for on the assessment. So I just felt stupid because I was like, well, dang. Because, yeah, I just literally, I just felt so stupid. I just felt so dumb. I was like, wow, I couldn't pass it. And what made it worse, and I probably shouldn't be telling on myself like this, because now y'all are going to be judging me. But what made it worse is I cheated. They tell you at the beginning of the assessment, excuse me, not they tell you at the beginning of the assessment not to use your phone or a calculator. That all you can have is a sheet of paper and a scratch sheet of paper and a pencil. But literally, throughout the test or throughout the assessment, whatever they called it, I cheated. I used my phone's calculator, and I also Googled stuff. And I still didn't get it. So I just felt really dumb. Really, really dumb, you know? But oh well. It is what it is. And see, there was only like there was 30 questions on it. But at the beginning it said you don't have to at the beginning it said you don't have to finish all 30, you don't have to answer all 30 questions. Just answer as many you can. They gave you 8 minutes. It gave you 8 minutes to answer as many as you could. It gave you 8 minutes to answer as many as you could. And guess how many I answered? I answered 29 questions. So I was literally one away from being completely done. And I thought to myself, like, what if I didn't get it because I didn't finish all of the questions? Like maybe they were really testing you to see if you could finish all of the questions. You know what I mean? And that pissed me off too. Like I almost cried yesterday, y'all, when I found that out. But anyway, enough about my depressing life without a decent job. Let's get back to this build. So right now, as you see, I am just doing the landscaping and trying to make this pathway blend in as much as possible. I probably should have did the whole thing in mud first and then went back and did the path, but oh well. I am gonna have y'all say hello to Daisy because her and Denim are fighting. Well, they're not fighting, they're playing, but they're being really loud. So I'm gonna have you say hello to Daisy even though she doesn't want to come because she thinks she's in trouble. I'm having you say hello to her instead of stopping them so I don't have to edit this out. But here she is. She's kind of... Ow! Get out. Okay, never mind. She's wet. Okay. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to take care of the dogs because they were doing the most. And then I picked up Daisy and she was wet. And then I smelt my hand and it smelt very bad. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, in the daylight, I don't like the color of these. So we might have to go with the dark brown. I mean, they're supposed to be gray, but they almost look white. Maybe it's just the lighting in this world. But, anyway, let's continue. I don't remember what I was saying because the dogs are idiots. But let's get some mud coming through. Should it be... should it be mud or dead grass? I think I'm gonna go with mud because I don't think I'm gonna like the coloring of the dead grass. Yeah. I mean, it's realistic because it's dead grass, but like look at the brown on this compared to the brown of that. That's like yellow. So maybe this would even no. I mean, that might be a vibe. Like we could put that like around the edges of the pathway, and then blend the dirt into that. Would that look right? Let's try it out right here. So we need to have it on a little bit softer. Go around the edge. And then from there, get the... Should I do starter soil or should I do straight up mud? Let's test this. So straight up mud or starter soil. Maybe a blend of both? I wouldn't know. Let's start with mud and then we might do starter soil on top of that. So then it would be mud and then we would go back to this, go soft and blend it into the mud. And then we would go back to the starter soil a little higher up and then blend that into the mud. I'm trying to see if I like that. If it makes sense. I don't think it does. It's too green. This bit right here is too green. So what I'm going to do, I don't even have to go all the way back. Let's just stick with mud. Let's have it all the way up. I got to make it small to get rid of this around the edges. Instead of going all the way back and trying to get rid of it. Okay. Now make it big. Because we're putting it everywhere. Oh, wait. I mean, it would only make sense probably to go off of the lot. But we'll wait to go off of the lot. Because I'll probably, instead of like just blatantly putting it full, like all the way off of the lot, I might blend it out. So it's not so harsh. My thought process is like, it rains a lot, so there's always mud. But we are going to go over the mud and put dirt. Just so it doesn't look so muddy. So we're just going to do this. Oh no, I pulled out the grass. I wanted to use the grass. I mean, I still could. But see, it doesn't really make sense for the grass to be coming out of the mud. I'm going to still use grass. It just probably won't be that grass. It's going to have to be a dead grass. That grass is too green. Yeah. Yeah, that grass is too green. It's going to have to be a dead grass. But I do really want to put some grass. Definitely at the base of the trees and like underneath some of the graves. Just because it's you know, this graveyard has been here for a long time. People probably barely even come here anymore. It's probably more so just like neighborhood teens that like they dare each other to come here So that's probably more so the storyline we're going for. But I'll be back, guys, because I need to do this, because not only do I have to do the mud, but I have to also go over the mud with the actual soil. So give me a second to do this, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, we are back. So here's the final product. I actually really like it because that mud texture, like if you can kind of see it a little bit, it was just too harsh without the actual like soil bits. So I like that. I do like that. I'm trying to think, do I want to go as far as, let's go to rocks. Hopefully they're going to be in rocks. They came with Journey to Bat 2. So I know I was going to use the Journey to Bat 2 lights, and then I didn't. And now I'm talking about using something else from Journey to Bat 2. So I'm sorry if you want to download this and you don't have Journey to Bat 2. I'm really sorry. Oh, that's not it. I know we have them because I've seen people use them in speed builds. Let's see. I'm gonna filter by Journey to Bat 2. I could show you. I mean, I could tell you what I'm looking for, but I'm just gonna find them because they're somewhere. Because we definitely have them. They're definitely somewhere. I don't know why they wouldn't be in rocks though. Because I've definitely seen people use them in speed builds. Here they are. Yeah. Do we want to use this? I don't know why it wasn't in rocks. Let me just keep looking, make sure that was it. But I could frame the pathway with these. I would probably need to size them down one though. They're a little tall. Because people would have to step over them to get to whatever grave they were trying to get to. Because the graves obviously aren't going to be on the pathway. I'm just going to place a few because obviously this is going to take a while if I do this. Let me just move that out the way. But yeah, this is obviously going to take a while if I do end up doing this. I don't know. It's hard to say whether or not I like it. I would have to do a whole section of it to really know. I don't know if I'm going to sit here and do a whole section of it right now. Yeah, I would have to do a whole section of it to really know. And then another thing is I don't know if your Sims can walk past this. So I would probably have to leave an opening. Like, there's going to be more graves over here than just those two. So like if I leave an opening right there, and let's just say, why is the grid not on? There we go. I need at least a 1 grid gap. It's a diagonal right there, so I don't know what 1 grid is. But I would need like a 1 grid gap so that Sims could walk through there. Just assuming they can't walk through these. They might be able to because they are debug objects, and most of the time your Sims will just walk straight through debug objects. So it's possible that they would walk through these, but I don't want to count on that. So yeah, we're doing this. Let me just look. I think that's gonna add needed detail. I think it will. I don't think I'm gonna mind this. Let me just get it straight. And we'll worry about the curved piece in a minute. Just doing a few more just to see how I feel about this. Get your life together. You're embarrassing yourself. Come on. A little bit more like right there. Y'all, I think I like that. I think I like that. I do. It's going to give the path more definition. But I'm not going to do all of that today. Definitely not going to do all that today. Because it's going to take forever. So let's just continue. I'm going to find... It'll be done by the next part, though. I'm going to find some other grass. I would really like grass that looks like the one I just deleted, but it is dead. And I think that's going to be hard to find. I also am going to want to try to use these and put them on the graves. Look how cool that looks. But see, I don't think we're going to get... I don't think it's going to do right. Because it's not... See how it's not going to really touch it? So we would have to have one that like sits flat. Maybe I could make it out of these. I might could do it with those. If not those, then... If not those, then these. Oh, these might even be better. These might even be better because they're more of a creepy vibe. The only thing about that is they're green. They're full on green. And nothing in here is supposed to be alive. So I might have to either do them... I'm either going to have to do them red. I'm either going to have to do them red so that they look dead, or I'm going to have to use this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm either going to have to make I'm either going to have to make them red or use these. But I feel like if I use these, you're not really even going to be able to... You can't even see it all that well on the grave. Maybe if I change the flower color to red. Yeah, because these are red. So we'll do that. And put that back. Okay, back to reality. Sorry. But really, though, back to reality. What is this? Ooh. Kind of didn't know this was a thing. Can I size it up and it be okay? No. Okay. Let's put it there. I wish it came in a different color because it doesn't match the color of the bushes. So I can't really say like, oh, it's coming from the bushes because it don't match. Because I could also put them around the base of the graves, or at least the graves that I'm gonna have this like vine going up it, so that they'll actually look like it, it came from something. We'll put one of those there. I still need grass. Corey, get back on track. I keep finding stuff though. Ooh, see? Ooh, should I just search grass? What the hell? Sorry. That's not grass at all. Let's see. What is this? I really want something like this, but that's too green. I need something like that. What? Go away. I want something like that, but it looks dead. That's too much. I like that it's dead, but it's too. I don't like the color. I don't like the color. I mean, that came with vampires, but that's still not the color I want. Ooh, we'll definitely use some of these. Like around the base of that tree. And maybe over hither too. Yeah. Yeah. Give me some dead grass that's luscious. Give me some luscious dead grass. That might be our best bet, honestly. I just want the brown to be a little darker than that. I just want it to be a little darker than that. But that might be our best bet. I'm going to keep looking. That might be our best bet. What other swatch is it? The green swatch? I think this is the same. I mean, it's the same exact color I just found. So I don't even know why I'm looking at that. Ooh. Journey to Bat 2? No Journey to Bat 2. I mean, there's this, but I don't like how it's like so structured, if you know what I mean. I mean, we could have some green. We could have some green. Everything doesn't have to be dead. I'll keep that out. I don't know if having daisies makes sense or whatever those are, but everything doesn't have to be just dead and gone. You know what, guys? We didn't find any grass. So I think we're gonna have to go with... I mean, I could use that. This is base game. That's not even grass. That's like... Is that wheat? Is that wheat? Tall grass, dry, warm. No, it's not wheat. It looked like wheat, though. Or do I want to use the cat? It's the same thing. So I might as well use base game. It's the same thing. So let me pull out the smaller version of it, too. I'm going to put... Definitely going to put some at the base of every... What is this called? Light post. Definitely going to put some at the base of every light post. Uh-oh. Maybe the smaller one for this one. It can be a little taller though. I don't mind it being on the path a little bit because definitely it could have grown through the path over time. Then I think we'll use the bigger bits under the trees. Yeah. Not even gonna size that one down. That one there. We can even get some going under some graves. Get some going on the corner of this building. Okay. Give me a big boy under all of this stuff. I'm gonna have to move that though, because it doesn't make sense for it to creep through it. Not as much as it was. Okay, alright. Give me another one of these. We're gonna put him here with another one of these coming through. Do one under there. Oh, I didn't want the tree. I wanted this. Do one over here. We'll do some over here just so it's not the grass. Just so it's not only grass. Okay, alright. Give me another one there. And then give me this vine. Yes. And then this vine. Put one there. Hello. Put one there. What's missing? Need something else over here. So maybe one of these. Size it down though. So far I've only done 2 Let's Builds, but so far every part 2 has been like straight landscaping. We can get another one of these coming through in this corner. We can even get another one and size it down and put it right next to it. Okay, alright. Let's move this off of there a little bit. Let's move this off of there. Oh, what is this? Oh, I just moved that off the grave. Where is it? Come on. Sit there for now. Actually, no, just go away. What's missing? Needs something there. Yeah, I really wouldn't mind another tree there. As long as it's not cutting into the building. Okay. Yes, I like that tree there. And then we can go, what else? We can put one of these. That way. Give me another one. And size it down and put it on this side. That way I can put this on here. Not that one. That would work. It wouldn't make sense for it to go just behind this though. I need it a little bit in front of it. That's gonna bother me. The fact that it only goes behind that and behind this pillar, it needs to come in front of it too. This isn't a pillar. It's a, what is it called? A frieze? There we go. That one kind of creeps in front a little bit. And then put that down at the bottom. Let's have some coming this way. Okay. Is there too much on the front? There might be too much on the front. Let's actually get rid of that on this side and just put one down at the bottom. Yeah. But then over here we can kind of go crazy. Yeah. Okay, alright. I feel like we need a tree right there. But what tree? Maybe this one. It needs to... I'm trying to just see what's around. I want it to be more substantial. Now that I'm looking at it, that cannot stay. Remember I said we could have some green? Well, sorry, no green. No green. Even that's too green. I kind of want that one back there. Because, I mean, it's already close to the lot anyway. So it really wouldn't hurt if it was on the lot. I'm just clicking through. Yeah, it really wouldn't hurt if it was on the lot because it's close to the lot anyway. Would it be in vampires? That's gross. I mean, that one's back there too. I just hate the graphics because it's just supposed to be set dressing. Where's this tree, Jesus? I mean, that one's not awful. I hate that I had to size it down so much, though. And it's going to creep into the... Maybe we can keep this tree, though. Come on, work with me. No. I want that one. Let's see, mysterious tree. Boom. Ha! I learned that from Devin Bumpkin's last video because he was looking for the same tree and someone told him it was next to the mysterious tree. So I just looked up the mysterious tree and there he is. Yeah, that just adds a little something more for me because it was a little empty back there. And then underneath it, we'll go with some more grass. And another one of these babies. Give me another grave for like right there. And a grave that looks different than those. For right there. Okay. Definitely have to litter the place with more graves. We definitely have to do that. That'll probably be one of the last things we do though, just because it's gonna be one of the easiest things to do, because it's literally just going through and placing graves in random spots. What else can I do today? I might stop here because we're already let me do stuff in this corner. But we're already about to be 45 minutes in, so I think we're actually good for today. Like I said, my part twos of my Let's Builds have ended up being what am I looking? Landscaping days anyway. So we can just go for that. That it was a landscaping day. Just making sure there's not any other details. I'm just trying to like take a step back and look and see like what's missing in different spots. I think I want to size, oh, nope. I think I want to size this one down and bring it closer to the building. And then since I sized that one down, let me size the one on this side down. Because with those two back there, that one being big too just kind of threw me off a little bit. I could use another one of these back here. Because there won't be any graves or anything back here. I'm just trying to twist it because it's lifting up a little bit. Because there's some raised terrain right there. So I'm just trying to get it to where it's actually in the ground. Yeah, and then move this a little over. I don't like how they're uniform, but it's The Sims, so. I think I also, if I'm going to use these big trees, I feel like I need to put more. Like, I feel like another one needs to be in this corner if I'm going to use it, you know? I really don't have to because there's none on this side of the world. I mean, there are some back there, but I don't mind. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do today, guys. This pathway, all this will be finished the next time. Give me a storyline. Give me a storyline for this lovely lady. Excuse me. The all of this is just gonna take more detailing, so I think we're gonna go to the interior next time. I keep forgetting a toilet. I should have done that today. Was try to fit in one of those toilets. But maybe I'll do a built-in maybe I'll try to build an outhouse. If I used one of these though, this one would probably be the best bet. This one's from Jungle Adventure, or would this one make the most sense? This one's from Outdoor Retreat. Because we're definitely... Maybe this one might actually make the most sense. I just wish it came in a darker color. Yeah, I just wish it came in a darker color. Let me look at this one. Oh, that's definitely not the vibe. The rest are going to be too modern. That's too nautical. I'm not mad at the brick one. I'm not mad at the brick one. So maybe. I mean, what I have this. Let's just make it a generic lot. We don't have to have a bathroom because once you load up this lot, your Sims can go and use that over there. So once this lot is loaded up, your Sims can use that bathroom over there. So I'm not even gonna put a bathroom on this lot. So yeah, that's it for part 2, you guys. I'm not even gonna go to full screen and sign off because it's about to be another 50-minute part, and all I've done is landscaping. So I will see you all in the next YouTube video. I'm really excited. I'm posting my very first collab tomorrow. You'll see that video when it comes out. I won't give it away right now. But anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it. And I will see you all then. Bye.